All right, YouTube. Jacob.
And Jacob.
Here to do a review on my new Vanquest Javelin 18. Just got this today. Let's see. It came with, oddly enough, they called me to verify my address. And this is a note saying it was great talking to you. Thanks for your support, blah, blah. And I guess because they called me, they sent a glow-in-the-dark American flag patch, and a sticker. So that's cool. That's cool. So, like I said, this is the Vanquest Javelin 18, and I got this bag because you can convert it from a backpack. You can see here it has two straps, and you can pull this down and take one of these straps off and go left or right shoulder and make it a sling bag. And I really like that because sometimes, mostly, I just want a sling bag, and then sometimes you want to be able to carry a concealed carry bag or something. It gets heavy if you're walking around like we go to New Orleans or Mobile or Pensacola and other places, and on those day trips, a sling bag gets heavy. So I like being able to have a nice, very well padded shoulder for shoulder bags. The Vanquest Javelin 18 ranges in price from $238 to Multicam Black, which is for some reason is $20 more expensive for $258. My favorite feature of the bag is that it's convertible from a sling pack to a backpack. Love that. This can be used like this. It came unzipped. The main compartment right here has Velcro on the top, or the front and the back. You have these that you can use to make little shelves. They say, you can use this as like a camera bag and put lenses, cameras, whatever in here. I'm not going to use it for that. But I do like that these dividers, I've had other Vanquest bags and they used to just be like one solid piece, and this is one solid piece. But you can see these kind of have little corrugated cuts where you can make it, you can make it fold up and do all sorts of weird stuff with it. So I love that. If you make it a sling bag or however you want, and you want to get into it from one side, you can zip this up. And this, say you want to get into it from this side, this has a zippered pocket that, what I like is the zipper's not up here so it pulls away from you. It's actually kind of down here at the bottom. So when you fold it over, you can get into it. Now this isn't a very big pocket, like very wide. You could probably fit a deck of cards, maybe 2 decks, lengthwise, and maybe 2 decks tall. It's not a very big pocket. But then if you had these things in here, like this, it kind of builds like a little shelf system, so you can keep your gear separated. Another thing I like is it's replacing a bag I currently have because it has a pocket up here with some elastic, a pocket, and then another zipper pocket. And I like this kind of that zippered, see-through mesh, but it's a full enclosed pocket, less stuff for your stuff to snag on. Of course, you get the classic Velcro and bungee cord. You can take that off, you can leave it. Down here, you get a grab handle, more Velcro, and then another pocket. So on this pocket, you get, your normal pin slots. This one's kind of wider. Again, this one you could probably fit a deck of cards in. This is just a big pocket back here. One thing I don't like is kind of like Vanquest old bags, is on the top of this pocket, you get this mesh, but so it's a big pocket. But as you heard, unfortunately, instead of putting a zipper, they chose to go with Velcro. And I don't like that because if you have the bag standing up or you're wearing it and you pull it down, anything that can fit through the Velcro here is going to just dump out of the bag. And it's loud and it's just kind of old school. I'd rather just give me a zipper, I believe that Vanquest uses YKK zip. Let's see. Oh shit. Well, if they do, it doesn't say it, at least not on this pocket. Let's see.
Okay, if you're talking.
Hold on. But the bag, let's just go over this. I thought they had YKK zips. The bag is 16 inches tall, 12 inches wide this way, and 4 inches wide in depth. The laptop compartment which is in the main compartment, has a piece of Velcro and bungee, and it'll fit a 14-inch laptop. So it expands out. It's a pretty big pocket.
Here's where KK.
And you've got the bungee to hold it down. I probably won't ever really use the Velcro, the laptop pocket, but it's there if you want it. It does say, oh, is it on the tab? Well, no, because this one doesn't have a tab. It's gotta be YKK. Because I know they use it, but that sure as hell doesn't say it on there anywhere. Look right there, my eyes may just be bad. But anyway, I got this bag to replace my Tactical Tailor Fight Light bag. Love that bag. It's also convertible from a sling bag to a backpack, or backpack to a sling bag. The pads aren't, the shoulder straps.
ARC. Or ARO or something.
All right, well, that's concerning. I may have to call Vanquest on that one. But the zippers are lockable. They are lockable, and they came with the Spartan zipper pulls already on it. Oh, back here on the back, you get a concealed carry compartment. It's accessible from either side, so depending on how you want to have it slung. There's only Velcro, like this side closest to the bag is not Velcro. There's just, I thought the whole thing would be Velcro, like 511, or not 511, but Vertex bags. But it's just a square. It's hard to show you, but there's a square in here about this big of Velcro, kind of like 511 bags. You can put your holster in there. It's a pretty big pocket. It is a pass-through. I guess if you don't want to use it for concealed carry, you want to use it for traveling, you could use this for your luggage. You know, put that through on your luggage. The shoulder straps feel great. Lots of good padding. Right here it says Cordura fabric. You know, you can take, like I said, to show you, you can unclip right here. And then there's a snap. You pull that snap and it's Velcro. And then you can pull this strap off. And then there's a G hook up here to just help with almost like a load lifter. You pull that off, and now you can unhook this one, hook it over here, and now you have a sling bag. And I love that feature because when we're out and about, you know, around town, sometimes you just want to grab the bag, sling it on. You don't need to have a whole backpack. Backpack's just kind of big, and I know you're like, well, this is the same size bag. It's big and bulky, but I like a good sling bag. But I like, you know, if I'm out and about and it's starting to hurt one shoulder, I can just, you know, I can maybe sling this. We can maybe put this in the Velcro, or the, what the hell is it, laptop pocket, and then keep it in there, and then pull it out and switch to a backpack again. What you got?
Why do you think they did buckles, buttons?
Oh, these snaps?
Snaps.
Oh, that's a good question, actually. So these snaps are for, if you have it as a sling bag and you want to get into like this side of the bag, say this is the side you have it slung for, and you pull it around your body, what it does is it keeps it, if you unzip it, it keeps it from just dumping, and it makes it where you have access, you know, here's your zipper pocket for pins or something, and then down here you can get into your pocket, and it keeps the whole bag from just dumping open, kind of like a clamshell. And it's also for security. I know I've used other Vanquest bags, and you can put the zippers, if you're using it as a backpack, you can put the zippers up here in the middle. Always on camera, right?
I know, right?
Yeah. And then you can snap these together. And I like how they made it where you can put your finger behind the snap to give it that pressure. And some of the old Vanquest Gamut bags, they had that where you could snap it together to keep it from coming down and use it as a security feature. But it's like into the bag, and it was kind of a bitch to snap them together. Whereas these, underneath the snap, they have it on a piece of, I can't remember what that's called, but where's that nylon reinforced MOLLE stuff. But you can put your finger underneath there to get that pressure to snap it. So if you had it like this, you could zip it down. That's the wrong pocket.
There's black stuff on my finger doing that.
And you can zip down, it stops the bag from coming all the way open. So again, if you're doing it as a sling bag, you can open it, it stops it from dumping open. If you're doing it as a backpack, it stops it from pulling open. So yeah, pretty handy little bag. We're gonna give it a shot, give it a shake down, and see how we like it. I am gonna have to call them about those zippers because I thought all the zippers on the bag, they advertise it as YKK zippers. But now I'm gonna have to check all the zippers. But anyway, this is Jacob and
Jacob.
with Good to Go Gear.